starting.
Okay, so today we're here to talk about the scouting training for the FIRES system made by Team 3138. So, the tablets, all the scouting that we do is done on tablets. And at the competition, tablets are going to be connected to a phone via Bluetooth and not Wi-Fi, so we're not interfering with anything on the field or connected to an illegal Wi-Fi server at competition. And the app can be accessed through any internet connection. And in the bottom corner of your laptop, it'll say something like red 2, blue 3, and that'll tell you which robot you need to scout while you're scouting. And so, to start, you click the FIRES bookmark on the home screen of the tablet. And then in the top right corner, there should be a login button. And so, usually we're going to have a login that we will use, but today we're just going to log in as a guest. And then it'll ask for your team number. Right there, Austin?
Yeah, it's already logged in.
Okay. So, right now they're just the Nemo regional, but whenever we're actually at competition, we'll have to make sure we select the right regional so the right teams will be loaded. So on the dashboard that I have set up, there is the scouting section, which is where you're going to actually log the data for the what the teams do on the field. There's a dashboard where you can look at the data and you can look at the different graphs that the data will created. Pit scouting will go around the pits before everything or the matches get started, and we'll ask certain questions that we won't be able to find out by just watching matches. And then we have a pick list that will help us sort teams based on what we want most out of them. So if we want to sort them by how well they shoot, then we can do that. And the admin console is just for managing admin things. So to start the scouting, you will make sure that whatever map you're on at the top, at the competition you'll click whichever match we're on. And then the bottom label on your screen, if it says red 2, then you would select the Red Alliance and then the team in the middle. So you just kind of base it, or you pick it based off of that. And this year we have the pilot option. And so if you look in the middle and team 217 and 5936 are the pilots, and you click both of those. And once we go through all the pit scouting, all the teams will have a t-shirt color already loaded in, so it'll be easier to identify who's actually in the airship. So whenever you get the pilot part done, there'll be a little field diagram lower down, and you will select where the starting location of your robot on the field, and then once you do that, you just click Save Pilot and Starting Location. So whenever you click that, it'll open up some more options. So you can choose if your robot is starting with fuel or a gear, and then underneath there's kind of just a fun little game where you can guess how many points each alliance will get, and it'll rank you, and then might do a prize for the #1 guesser at the regionals. So all the data that we collect is based on what you put in the scouting system, and so it's really important that we have as accurate data as possible whenever we're logging the events, because there are some types of data that are collected or that record how much time it takes to do things. So it'll record how long a gear cycle, a shooting cycle, how long it takes to climb. So it's really important to make sure that you click on the screen as close to the event happening as you can, because the quality of data can make or break a competition. So the layout of the app, once you click the Start Match, the left side is all the options for gears, the right side is for fuel, and across the top it gives you options for climbing and defense. And then there's an End Match button once the match is over. Any questions so far? Okay. So something really important to remember is you're not going to see any buttons unless you place a dot on the screen. And so if you see your robot pick up fuel and you're trying to pick fuel and it won't, that's because you're not clicking on the screen. I forget to do that sometimes. So whenever you click the Start Match, the first 15 seconds of autonomous. And so then you can log if they cross the baseline, if they shoot in the high or low, and after 15 seconds, it'll start flashing switch to tele-op. And so you can click the button and automatically go over to tele-op, or after 5 seconds, it'll just automatically switch if you forget to. So if you are in the match and someone is shooting, then you can either click shoot high or shoot low. And so you can choose the accuracy, the amount, and the shooting flow. And so this year, something that kind of makes it different from last year is we're using more of qualitative data. So it's not going to be an exact number, it's going to be missed most, made most, 50-50, and then kind of how many it goes. It's going to be shot many, shot few, shot average. So you have to be really on top of it to figure out where the amount that the robot is shooting kind of falls into there. And then shooting flow, that's talking about if your robot is going shooting 3 at a time, then 3 at a time, and 3 at a time, or 20 at a time. You have a question? Okay, so gears, the options are, you have to, in order to place a gear or drop a gear, you have to pick up a gear. And so whenever you're picking those up, you just have to click on the field wherever it, you have to click on the field wherever they picked up or dropped or placed. For defense, so this isn't another robot playing defense on your robot. It's going to be if your robot is defending another team, then you'll click on the field where they defended, and then you'll click which robot your robot is playing defense on. Because that's all just right above the field map. So climbing, this is one of the things that's going to be timed. And so the moment that your robot starts climbing, at the top it says begin rope climb. And so you'll click that button after you've placed a dot where the robot is climbing. And once it starts, or once it stops climbing or fails to climb, then you push either the fully climb or fail climb button. So it's another one that's important to be paying attention to see, get the accurate timing on that. There's a few other options. So breakdowns, this kind of gives you the option if your robot, maybe they got disabled during the match, didn't even show up to the match, maybe they never moved. You can kind of click on the side and it'll tell us. That way if we're looking back and saying, you know, this robot did really, really bad this match, maybe it's just because it never moved all the time. So that gives us some more information there. And then fouls. So if you see your robot, if they flag them and they tell you which foul it is, then you can just click on that and click which one they did, and that'll give us that information for whenever we're making strategy or a pick list. So after you end the match, after they either failed the climb, completed the climb, or didn't even attempt to climb, you'll click the end match button, and you'll have an option to check different things off of this checklist that might tell us things we wouldn't know just based off of the main field map. And so if they empty hoppers and autonomous, tele-op, if they actively place gear, passively place gear, or if they're high shooter, low shooter, maybe if they're really good with another team. So that kind of gives us an option to learn more about the team. It's more than just numbers data. And the notes, that would be if the robot really did above and beyond, or maybe something that if the robot started a climb and then failed their climb, or fell off or something like that, then you can put that as a special note. Like they didn't just fail, they fell off and broke the robot. And then whenever we have all of the pit scouting data in, the little team pilot notes things, there'll be a little t-shirt next to it that is the right color. They're white so you can't see them on the screen. There'll be a t-shirt that is a certain color, so it'll be easier to tell which pilot is with which team. Any questions there? Okay. So we're going to do a practice match.
So go ahead and set up your tablet like you're going to watch a match. And you're going to actually record for a robot. You can pick any robot that you would like. So once you're set up, go ahead and look at Hannah.
a login at the start? What do you use?
For the login,
Yeah,
guest access.
guest access. Oh, okay.
Then you can type in 16 for a team number.
Or any team number?
Nope, just 16. So look and see where the robot you're gonna pick is on the field, what they have in their robot. You can just pick any robot.
I wouldn't advise the top right red one.
No,
This is a semifinals match.
this is, yes.
It's only giving you the access and qualification.
That's okay. Just pick a match. Your robot number won't match a robot on the field. It'll be alright.
I don't know what numbers they are on the left.
That's okay. Just pick a robot and pick a team number.
For now, since we're just doing practice.
We're just practicing.
Use
Okay.
uses the random.
I see what's up.
The regional that we have loaded is not a real regional, so. It'd be real regional.
Once you're ready to that button of start match, and look at Hannah.
Can't tell if my robot is starting this.
All the robots have a gear. Nobody has fuel. All right, so you're gonna watch that robot the whole match and make sure you record match data. Hannah's gonna hit play, and then they're gonna do ding, 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 and that's when you hit start match. Oh no, the pilot lost one.
Got 2 robots down.
Mhm. So, what were your comments about that? Anything hard? Anything you had trouble with?
Wow.
Yeah, my robot didn't do anything.
I missed my climb, that's for sure.
Okay.
Because right when he was climbing, it was 5 seconds. I was like, oh, I didn't see the climbing until I pulled up, and so I missed it.
Mm.
It'll be a lot easier to see in person.
Yeah. Any other questions? Okay.